Korean Kospi market. It's up 1.9%. So strong up move seen.
Pentagon's European command says the Russian airplanes targeted an unmanned American MQ-9 Reaper drone that was...
Right, that's the first take on the Nifty, by the way. That's the opening rate. Looking pretty good, up 160 odd points.
I mean, equity markets actually having a ocean of calm, I would say, compared to what's happening in the bond markets globally.
That early morning gap up opening above 17,200 has not held, and some amount of profit booking has settled.
What we gather now is that there is a roadblock in this particular transactions.
Total monthly charge for a family of 4 is only 696 rupees per month.
Ambuja Cements and ACC are owned not by the Adani Group, but by Vinod Adani-controlled entities.
The sensex have given up all of the morning gains and are currently absolutely flat.
You're with us here on a fresh new edition of Closing Bell. We are coming to you live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Prashant. With me, as always, my colleagues Reema and Surabhi. Guys, hi.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, afternoon. What a turnaround, right? On the way down. Didn't look like this in the morning.
It didn't look like this in the morning, but it's flat, right? I mean, let's just have the Nifty up and see if it is flat indeed, because things are changing very, very fast. Absolutely flat right now. What, 7 or 8 points change? So the point that we were making in the morning is that the market on the Nifty needs to trade above the reversal level, which is 17,220. Guess what? I mean, this happened in the first 60 minutes of trade, first 30 minutes of trade, basically. We got to almost 17,220, 17,211 is the day's high, and then reversed. So, I mean, I think that becomes an important level above which you got to have the market trade at least for a couple of hours for people to feel confident that the bounce is not going to be sold into. That seems some distance away, but let's see. Now, overall market breadth, though, is not very bad. I mean, actually, market breadth completely was looking very, very strong in the morning. It's not as strong, but you've got the mid-cap and small-cap indices, both which are trading higher. Metals are a top gainer, and again, this is as we were sort of outlining in the morning. I'm presuming on the back of Chinese data, which has been very strong. We had industrial production numbers and a few other things for months of Jan to Feb, and they indicate a very strong rebound in China. The index is up 2%, by the way, and FMCG index is the top loser. We'll probably tell you more about that as we go along. El Nino, etc. worries. There is more and more chatter around it. That's the lay of the land right now. On the global front, at least over the last few hours, we've not had anything new to disrupt things in any meaningful way. But I think one can be assured that that will be a continuous stream of news flow, good or bad, but we will get that as we get closer to the US market open. Reema, hi.
Hi. So right now, European markets are in the red. The CAC is down about 0.6, 0.7%. The DAX is down about 0.25%. So the Indian markets really haven't had any good day, right? Yesterday, the European markets and the US markets ended higher. So at least they had one day of a rebound. But the Indian markets haven't even had that, given the way we've fallen from the top of the trading session. Today was supposed to be that day of rebound, so we started off higher, but now we're absolutely flat. And from the day's high, 170 points gone. The level to watch will be yesterday's intraday low. Now, yesterday, the Nifty's intraday low was 16,986.87 thereabout. So almost 16,990. We're about 50 points above that level, but on the way down, that's going to be a level to track. The mid-caps would be so far are holding up, but we've got so many individual movers, right? Stock-specific action.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the silver lining of today's trade, that at least the mid-cap market still is seeing some bottom fishing that's going on. By the way, the Adani group of stocks have had an interesting session. Most of them are on the upside. Adani Enterprises, in fact, is pushing a gain of about 7.5%. Green, transmission, power, about 5-6% up on a clutch of these stocks. And then you have the newsmakers right from the morning, like PVR, RailTel. So they're holding on to some traction. And some new names then cropped up during the course of the day. Ramakrishna Forgings. Some of this is a news-related play. IEX has been quite solid from the start of the session. So mid-cap gains are intact. But the problem for the market very clearly is twin-pronged. One is FMCG, and we'll talk about that, as Prashant said. And the other continues to be banks. The banking index is now down about 0.3%. So let's see how a lot of this plays out. Let's take it forward and then straight away get to our closing strategies. We have our experts lined up. Mitesh Thakkar